I had a nightmare last night. Oh, it was scary. It was terrifying. Oh, I hate to even think about it. South County Toastmasters had dwindled down to 2 members, just 2. Carl Hendrickson and myself. Oh my God, it was terrible. Every night, every week we would come to the club. Carl would speak and I would evaluate him. I would speak, Carl would evaluate me. It was so boring week after week. And we changed the name of the club, obviously, from South County Toastmasters to the 2 Old Geezers Club. I thought that was appropriate. But Alan, we always got out on time, so that was the nice thing about the nightmare. Now, those of you who think I'm just sort of kidding around and making this all up, you know, I am a little bit, but it's not too far from the truth. For each of us here, we need, in the club, we need at least 12 new members every single year. At least 12, sometimes 15, maybe even 20 members, because we're constantly losing members. For Casey and Long, it's not that we're bad people. It's not that, you know, we're trying to kick people out. It's that you accomplish your goals. You know, once you get your CC, once you start developing that self-confidence, once you feel good about yourself, maybe you get that promotion and somebody says, oh, your English has really gotten good. Well, you say, well, I'm leaving the club. So people leave. So we need at least 12 new members every year. And to get 12 new members, we need at least, you know, lots of guests. And so the trick is, how do we change those guests into members? And that important job goes, first of all, to the greeter. The greeter is probably one of the best jobs to have in Toastmaster because it's so important. Without the greeter, without making the guest feel good about him or herself, we wouldn't have a club. Now, there are a number of greeter tips that we have on our website, which is, give me some help. What's our website? Okay, let's try that a little better. Okay, SouthCountyToastmasters.org. Okay, so if you look under that, you look under Member Resources, and you'll see a little thing that says Greeter. Also on our e-zine, which you can also get through the website, you'll see a little greeter thing, and I have all of these different little tips. The first tip is this: get here early if you're the greeter. Since my phone number is on the website, I get phone calls about once every 2 weeks, and we have new people that are interested in coming. And I always tell them come about 6:45. So that means the greeter needs to be here at least by 6:40. So, you know, put that on your calendar to get here early. Make sure that you're here to greet that person. Have copies of the guest information packet. Well, what is that? Well, you know, that's something that's actually on our website, and there's also a link here, so you can actually download this. And what's sort of neat about this, and again, this is, Long can look at this, or any brand new person, it's a welcome to South County Toastmasters. It's a letter. It talks about the dues. We have a meeting agenda in that. We have the meeting rules. It talks about all of the different things that the Toastmaster does, the odd counter, etc. We talk about the educational program. It's a really great format. And then, of course, we finally have a member application. So I would say if you're a greeter, go online, print out 2 or 3 copies of this just to have. You know, theoretically, we should have it in the greeting book. And Joe actually has a guest sort of sign-in book. If you could show that to everybody. If you're the greeter, make sure you get that book. And when you greet somebody, make sure that they fill in the contact information, and you can pass it on to Ellen as president. And probably, besides just greeting, you know, besides just saying, oh, hi, glad to have you here, see you later, you know, take some time, talk to that person. If you only have one new person, then go ahead and have that person sit with you. You know, a brand new guest shouldn't be sitting alone. If you have 2 or more guests, make sure that they are sitting with another Toastmaster who understands what's going on. Maybe not a brand new Toastmaster, but somebody with a few whiskers like Brent or Carl, or you know, somebody that it feels comfortable and that could explain the program to the brand new person. So every guest should have a Toastmaster sitting with the new guest. And also, even if you are the official greeter, everyone else should go up to that person and say, hi, you know, my name is so-and-so. Every guest should be welcomed by everybody in the club. And actually, Erin sort of gave me some insight into that. She actually called some of our old guests, and one of the comments from one of the guests was, well, not too many people came up to say hello to me. And you know what? It's real easy to get stuck into what you're interested in and what you're doing and talking to your friends. But without guests, we're not going to have new members. So please take the time, at least say hello, spend 15 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it is. Make sure that guest is welcome, even if you're not the greeter. And finally, one of the nice things about being a greeter is that you can actually fulfill one of the requirements for the Competent Leader Award. Everybody here should have the Competent Leader Manual, and if you look at project number 7, being a greeter, they don't quite say it that way, but basically that's what it is. If you're a greeter, you actually fulfill one of those requirements. So it's a very important job. In fact, I would say being a greeter is probably one of the most important jobs we have here in Toastmasters. So let me encourage you that when you're scheduled to be a greeter, that you go online, that you read the tips, that you download this information packet so that you can pass this out to brand new people. Please, please, don't make my nightmare into a reality. It is just too scary. Oh!